Game 7 of the Stanley Cup between Roberto Luongo's Vancouver Canucks and Tim Thomas's Boston Bruins. Injured Nathan Horton in attendance, as well as Canucks' Mason Raymond. Early in the first period, Richard Peverley gives David Krejci a point-blank chance, but Roberto Luongo says, "Not in my house!" Let's take another look at that spectacular save. What an effort by Luongo. Later in the first period, Brad Marchand gives a beautiful pass to Patrice Bergeron, who's in the slot, and he puts it home with a one-timer for the first goal of the game. What a great finish by Bergeron to put the Bruins on the board first in this winner-take-all game. A minute later in the first, Vancouver gets a great scoring chance when a Vancouver defender springs Ryan Kessler on a break, but he's unable to put the puck by Tim Thomas, who played unbelievable in this one. Let's move on to the second period. Midway through the second period, Alex Burrows catches a deflected pass in the middle of the slot, but he can't put it home. Zdeno Chara lays out and sacrifices the body to make that save. What a great effort by the captain to keep his team up. A few minutes later, the Canucks fail to clear the zone, and the Bruins capitalize when Brad Marchand scores on the wraparound to put the Bruins up by 2. Luongo is just too slow to get to the post on this one, and the Canucks pay the price for it. The Bruins were ecstatic after this goal. Toward the end of the period, Canucks on the power play. Bergeron is sprung on a breakaway and brought down from behind by a Canucks defender as he collides into Roberto Luongo, and the puck squeaks right by to give him a commanding 3-0 lead, and the Bruins can taste victory after that goal. Bergeron sporting his dominance with his second goal of the game. Final period of play. The Stanley Cup's getting one last polish. With 12 minutes left to play, the Bruins turn the puck over at center ice, and Henrik Sedin brings the puck down, but he can't get it by Thomas, who shuts down another Vancouver scoring chance. 10 minutes left to play, and Vancouver gets another opportunity to score, but Tim Thomas is standing on his head. Vancouver just can't figure out how to get the puck by him today. At the final buzzer, equipment's flying all over the ice as the Bruins win the Stanley Cup. The players were overjoyed as most of them won their first cup ever. Back in Boston, the fans are celebrating their first Stanley Cup since 1972. While back in Vancouver, riots broke out in the street over their team's loss. So the Bruins win Game 7 4-0 to win the series 4-3 behind Tim Thomas's 37 saves. Brad Marchand and Patrice Bergeron both chipped in for 2 goals, and the Bruins are your Stanley Cup champions.